All right, welcome to the 43rd episode of the Bloomers podcast. Today we have a special guest episode, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Okay, I'm Rachel. I'm in Law and Society at the University of Calgary with a minor in philosophy. I'm already getting really shy. Sorry.
All good. So, Rachel and I we went to school from 2014 to 18. Mm-hmm. So that was grade 6 to 9. Mm-hmm. And then, we were classmates for how many years was it?
I don't even know how I met you, to be honest.
Okay, I don't even remember either.
It's a blank for me.
I think we were in 7B or 7C together.
We were. And
then 8 and 9.
Yeah, but I wasn't your friend.
Yeah, you weren't. No. We were grade 6. Remember how our classes would come together?
Yeah.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
But I don't ever remember how I first talked to you, because usually with all my friends I know that I approached them and I talked to them, but I don't remember yours.
My most vivid memory with you was, that social unit where we had to make our own government and stuff.
Was this grade 8 or 9?
This was grade 6 or something.
6?
It was so young.
Oh,
that was when I first heard your name.
Okay.
Or I heard about you. But I never talked to you until grade 7, because that's when we had class together.
Yeah.
But whenever I talked to you, it's not like I really liked you or anything. We weren't that close.
I hated all the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was the it was the groups of 5 where you have to make you have to be the mayor of the group. Okay, yeah, I know what that is.
And I was in a group with Luca, and you're friends with Luca. So that's how I knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 6B. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, well, I don't remember when I first heard your name, or I just knew you were a person in that class, and then grade 7, it was we were in the same.
Yeah.
Everyone in that class was friends.
Yeah.
So that was a lit class.
We weren't friends though.
Not friends, but acquaintances,
Yeah, I just remember I didn't like you that much because you dated my friend at the time. Or you dated her and then you got dated. Like a junior high dating kind of a thing. And then you guys broke up and I was like, no, we can't be friends.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We won't name drop her.
Yeah.
But, dude, I hated you and your group.
It's okay.
I hated everyone. I hated all the girls, bro.
It's okay. I was not the nicest in junior high. So
neither was I.
Yeah. I know.
You know how we've been doing those or our class was pretty tight, so we would do calls over COVID with the teachers involved, which is something that is pretty rare, and I don't think most people do that. I apologize to most of the people in that class because bro, I was a completely dumb person.
You did, yeah. He wasn't the greatest, but I think you had the most character development out of most of us.
Really?
100%.
I think it's Henrik, bro. Henrik went from complete even worse than me to such a intellectual poetry dude.
I was always friends with Henrik though. I always liked him as a person. I feel his character never really changed. Just he became a little bit nicer. Oh,
he was always that deep philosophical
Yeah,
dude.
he was. He was obsessed with logic. And if anyone likes logic, they're very...
That's why me and him are so
people.
tight,
Yeah.
because we both listen to him. But, that's basically how we met.
Yeah.
How's school? How's the first week? Not good? Seriously?
I only have classes Monday to Thursday. So I'm off today. Which is good.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
So were you just studying today or what?
No. No, I was at home sleeping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then
Crap.
went to the gym. And
so you came all the way out here just for this in the gym? Okay, well, thanks. Even more then.
I canceled on you once, so...
No, that's fine.
This is my civic duty.
It's better that we did it now, just because I feel I even from that point, I feel I've grown, even though that was a month ago.
Yeah.
I feel I've just grown as a person. But, how the hell are you not doing, or how the hell did you finish your cores in your degree? That's crazy.
Okay, so wait, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Of course.
I have the tendency to swear.
Go ahead.
So much, but,
go crazy.
So I have huge anxiety, so much anxiety from grade 9 to now.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout my entire first year, or no, throughout my entire like 12th grade, I feel like watching my sister, who is like 11 months older than me, when she started university, like she was on top of her shit. Like she got all of her classes done, all of her courses. She did her spring courses and stuff because like I always thought about graduating a semester earlier than everyone just because I just want to get ahead in my career. Because like the economy right now is just not great, you know. Okay, like I just need to be the first one to get a job, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But so basically, like throughout first year, second year, and now, like I just make sure that I have all my requirements done, and then after that, I'll have a few option classes, which is why on my fourth year, all I have are option classes, and then just 2 mandatory ones, which is like fourth level stuff that I can't do now.
That's so.
Yeah.
That's actually really smart because you can just chill from now on. Yeah. It's not like crazy stress, like urgent stuff, you know?
But I was stressed like throughout my entire university life here.
Like the last 2 years?
Yeah, it was really bad.
So were you doing options during that time then?
My degree, Law and Society, is all options basically.
But aren't there WSO classes? Like Law and Society classes?
Yeah, there are LawSo classes, but I think in total there's like around 15 of them only. There's very little. It's a concentration of sociology. It's in the sociology department. Okay. But it's like it's more law based. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then this is so cool because I've never heard anyone who's done this, which is the philosophy minor. That's so cool and like so unique. So like why'd you choose that?
I started taking philosophy my first year, first semester with this one professor, Dan Carey, right? And he is the best professor I have ever spoken to.
Really?
He also has anxiety. He has depression. And he was amazing. Like the way he talked about philosophy, it actually made me like philosophy a lot. And it honestly made me feel like I wanted to switch my major into philosophy.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do philosophy. Like I knew that it was interesting to me, so I planned on doing it my first year, but I didn't plan on minoring in it because I thought that it would be a little hard, to be honest, and I'm kind of stupid. But yeah, like I would take philosophy first year, fall, first year, winter. I also took it in spring. I took it in fall again, and then I was like, at this point, I can just become a minor.
Yeah, because you needed 6 more classes to get the minor?
I only need 2 more.
Oh,
I took so many.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah.
So, which one is your favorite so far?
Sex, Love, and Death.
Is that 259?
259. Yeah. Everyone's heard about it, and it's so interesting.
Yeah, because those are all like really interesting topics,
yeah.
And especially death. That's something that I talk about a lot here.
Yeah.
So. That's really cool. I know philosophy 399. That's like the topics in.
I'm in that next semester.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, are you in the death one or the doubt in science?
Doubt in science.
Yeah, I'm enrolled in that as well.
Really?
Yeah, I might drop it though just because it's essay based.
It is, yeah.
So like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm that good at writing.
A lot of philosophy classes are essay based though.
Is it easy though?
I don't know, because I've had the same professor in all of my philosophy classes.
Is it the Dan dude?
Yeah, Carrie. And he didn't believe in essays and stuff because he was like, I don't want to mark that shit. Like, I'm so lazy, I don't want to mark it. So I didn't do the essay-based stuff, but I'm doing it this year. So I'm kind of nervous that I won't like it. But I like philosophy, so hopefully I'll like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how people are like, there's no such thing as a GPA booster as long as you like the class? I feel like that statement's BS, but I think here it applies because you genuinely like it. So
yeah, I also think that statement is a little bit bullshit though, because it's not like I'm a philosophy minor, but that doesn't mean I'm very good at it. Like I got A minuses, but this semester I know I'm not gonna do well. It's interesting, but I know I'm not gonna do well.
But which one are you in?
Right now.
Is it all 300 now? Because you've done all the 200?
It's all 300. Yeah.
Damn, okay, yeah, that's probably when it gets harder then.
Yeah. And it's all like law-based, and you know.
Oh, so it kind of correlates to your degree then?
It is.
Damn, okay. That's so sick. So I was wondering, what is like the biggest like takeaway of your minor in philosophy?
My biggest takeaway?
Yeah, like what's something that you've learned? Because I always felt like I've been interested in philosophy personally, but I never like took it in university. So I'm wondering like What's the, or like, is there like a certain lesson or like topic that you learned?
Okay. So basically what I learned from philosophy classes are like this. All of the topics are different, but in the beginning, it talks about the exact same thing, which is just ethics and different kinds of ethics. Mm-hmm. So there's like meta ethics, there is virtual ethics, there's like all kinds of ethics that we learn. And then what this department does is that it just like switches it up into different topics. So like I'm in law and morality, and they're just using the same concepts of these ethics and then just putting it into the law aspect of it. So that's what this department does. I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest, because I just feel like I'm learning the same thing over and over and over again.
Okay.
And I just get really bored now when I'm in philosophy classes. I've heard that it's a thing, though, that people do get bored, because at the end of the day, these are all just the same concepts and stuff. But I like philosophy because it just makes you think about everything. Like, when I was in my sex, love, and death class, they would add like virtue ethics and Kantianism and
I know the word you're talking about.
It's not coming to my head right now.
Yeah, okay.
And they would put it in like, is sex and love related to each other? Or is it okay to be scared of dying? Or like, should you be scared of dying and stuff like that? So that's what I find interesting about philosophy. Like, you can just bring everything, like all of the concepts, and just make up your own mind. And then something really cool also is that like a lot of philosophers are just one thing, right? Like there's Kant was, a Kantian. And there are people who are... It's okay. I don't, to be honest, I can't memorize this shit. But like, you usually pick a certain thing that you believe in. So like if people think that happiness is the one thing that matters, it's the only thing that is valuable in life, then you're an ulteritarian.
Ulteritarian or...
Yeah,
that word. Yeah.
But all of the professors that I've talked to in this department, they don't believe in anything because they've just learned it so much that nothing is right and nothing is wrong. Like, you just never know what the right answer is. It's really annoying, but like,
that's so confusing.
It's cool.
This is very philosophical.
Yeah.
There's everything is right and everything is like wrong.
Yeah. Like, there's never a wrong kind of thinking in philosophy.
Yeah.
You can ask the wrong questions, but it's like the right concept that you're going with.
But how does that have a place in university? Because like the way the school system is, it's that there's only one right answer. Like, especially on like tests and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I'm assuming these aren't. Or you said the prof was very sorry, he wasn't focused on essays.
Yeah. So I did quizzes, but they were all short answer quizzes, and like philosophy classes like to give you readings of certain philosophers, and what my professor did was that he would just make us answer questions from the readings, and then that was it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that dude's so good.
Yeah, so there is a right answer to these things.
Yeah. No, I took that very like seriously what you said, but I think you mean it in a more general way.
Yeah. It's just that like, here's the difference between arts and sciences. You're in sciences, right? Yeah, I'm in the arts. I will never fully know if I do well in tests because everything is just so choose the best answer. All of these answers could be right, but just choose the best one.
But that's the style though. That's what differentiates the science from arts though. So so what do you mean you don't know if you're ever going to do good in tests? Because that's the way...
It's just that, like, you know how you said, how do you know if you're right about something? Like, how do you know if you're 100% right? You just don't.
Yeah.
You just don't know when you're right.
Yeah.
And,
you're
like,
right.
that's why in a... that's why in, like, a lot of tests and stuff, they'll always give you half marks for a lot of things because it's the right concept, but you're just... He didn't want you to answer in that way, you know? But in the sciences, like, obviously, if you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah. But I kind of like that, though. That's, like, the more... that's, like, the approach that if I could somehow, like, snap my fingers and implement that in sciences, I would do it. Because, like, that that's how the world is. The world isn't like there's only one right answer. This is just the school system that does this. Because there's a million solutions to every problem.
Yeah.
But
it also leaves a lot of uncertainty. Like, I always feel like I'm doing something wrong because, like, I just never know if I'm fully right in something.
Yeah. I think that is kind of something that, like, all university students, I feel like even me, being in a science, like, faculty of science, there's always, like, imposter syndrome, man. Like, why am I here? I don't deserve this. I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. I literally don't know how to control it and stuff. I
feel like so many university students feel like they're never enough.
Literally, yeah. And so many people are probably watching this or, like, nodding their heads right now.
It's true, guys. Like, yeah. I never feel like I'm enough. Never. It's a bad feeling.
Is it possible for us to even be enough, though? Because there's always something more we can do for everything, isn't there?
Yeah, like, a lot of people that I talk to and stuff, they always say, as long as you're trying your best, you're working your hardest, then you are doing enough. Mm-hmm. But how do you know, like, how am I trying my best if I can always, like, if I'm still failing, how am I trying my best, you know?
Yeah.
I have a really negative way of thinking, though, so.
I do, too, but because of, like, people like my sister and my mom, when I talk to them about this stuff, they bring me back to, like, the good side. But, like, me, like, looking at myself especially, it's, like, always negative as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of why this is a good thing, because it's, like, you get to talk about it.
Yeah. I recently found out that, like, I have depression. Mm-hmm. And I finally told my parents about it. Or not my parents, but, like, my mom about it.
Yeah.
And then I told her that I'm doing this today. And then she thought it was the best idea because it's just talking about your feelings, getting everything out, you know, and just, like, relating with somebody. Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Rachel's mom if you're watching.
It's a good thing to get your feelings out sometimes, and talking to somebody or, like, trying to talk to somebody and give them advice as well, it'll end up helping you at the end of the day. Yeah. I feel like, yeah.
Because, okay, wait, if you're comfortable answering this, how did your parents, like, receive you saying that, like, you're depressed? Were they kind of with the accepting, or were they kind of, like, not?
I haven't been the greatest daughter, sister, friend, anything really lately. Mm-hmm. I've been, like, getting really frustrated easily. We went on vacation in Europe, and I wasn't the happiest and stuff. And I wasn't treating anybody well at the time. So my mom just thought that I was not being nice. You know, like, she didn't see it. She just saw me being easily frustrated. And, you know, as a kid, you've met me in junior high, people used to call me anger. Because, like, I used to get... By the way, it did not make me happy. But, like...
It was true.
Yeah, I used to get angry so easily. But that's just because I, like, when I think of one emotion, all I can think about is that emotion. Like, I can't
compartmentalize?
Yeah, exactly. So whenever people like Henrik would piss me off, like, all I thought about was, I'm gonna fucking kill Henrik. Like, I hate this guy so much. And then I would put it out on everybody. So, like, my parents always saw that I was angry. But they don't understand that, like, sometimes when I feel so alone, I can't think of anything else. Mm-hmm. And then I just get so frustrated so easily because I don't know why I'm so sad. I don't know why I feel so alone. So then when I told her that, like, hey, I think that I might have depression, you know, she was just like, it was like a light bulb in her head. Like, it made sense why I was acting the way I was. And it just made me feel guilty, but yeah.
I mean, what do you think is, like, the best way to deal with being in a depressed state?
I don't even know. Like, I'm not gonna say meds, because I do feel like there's always something else to do other than actually putting something in your body to change the way your brain thinks.
Yeah.
I don't like that concept. I don't think that meds are necessary to make you happy.
I agree.
I just think that just do something that excites you, you know? Like last year was one of the happiest years of my life because I started thinking like, hey, this week is gonna suck. I have this midterm, I have this test, I have this, I have that. But at the end of the week, I get to hang out with my boyfriend. And we're going to this really cool restaurant. And then it would get me excited, and then it would just make me happier. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So, what excites you right now?
Nothing. That's why I'm not my happiest self right now.
Yeah, no, okay, that makes sense.
Because there's not much in my life right now to be excited for. Especially like after going through like a career change kind of. I just feel stress all the time. And I just, like, I'm hanging out with my sister and her boyfriend tonight, and we're gonna watch a movie and stuff. And I used to get so excited about it, but I can't anymore. Like, I don't know why. Nothing excites me anymore.
I mean, I'm not gonna mention it because I don't want to expose you, but you did mention that one thing that recently happened.
Yeah.
There's a recovery period that needs to happen after something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's normal. That's not something that's like, oh, you know, it's not gonna be like a forever lasting feeling of just like not being excited. I feel like after a certain amount of time, there's gonna be some day you wake up, you eat your breakfast, you freaking get ready for going outside, and you just don't think about it.
Yeah.
That day will come, and I can tell you from experience that that's definitely what's gonna happen. And yeah, I mean that's just how I think about it. Like, eventually it's gonna come. It's just a matter of being patient enough for that moment and just trying to like, because negative emotions are like so weird. Because if you tap into them and you really like, you embrace it, it's bad when it's with other people. But I feel like when it's with yourself, sometimes it can be a good way to like have you ever heard that Kobe Bryant quote? It's like, all negative things, all adversity is a chance for me to rise or whatever.
No, but that's okay. A good saying.
Yeah, it is. And it's just like that. When I started, one of my ways with coping with like stress and frustration and sadness is like reading quotes. And when I read stuff like that, it's just like, man, this person has gone through like a lot of hard things and like greatness, and like look at what they're saying. So I can apply this in my life in some small way. But yeah, I think eventually you'll just forget about it and it won't be there. And then whenever that day comes where you realize you didn't think about it, you're on the way to, you're on the upward slope.
Yeah. But the thing is that, okay, I'm not going to say what happened to me. I'm just going to say that, like, I kind of lost somebody in a way, okay? And we're going to call that person Sarah, okay?
Sarah? Okay,
yeah.
You lost Sarah.
So when I lost Sarah, this only happened a few days ago, by the way. I felt so sad, not because, like, I no longer have Sarah in my life, but because this person made me think about life differently. Because before she came into my life, I was such a negative person all the time. I was never happy. I didn't get excited about things like I did last year, you know? And then Sarah came into my life, and this person, they taught me how to actually be happy in a way. Do you know what I mean? So when you lose that person, it just feels like it just makes me doubt who I am now. For now, you know? Like, I'm sure, I know I'm gonna be better.
Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah.
I know that maybe I'll even be happier. I don't know, actually. But she just taught me a lot of things, and just losing that person, it kind of just fucks with my head. And it just makes me more sad because I didn't treat that person in the best way either when she taught me almost everything important in my life.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing though, because that's very, you being very open.
I know. It just it sucks. It happens though.
Yeah, I mean, and even in like, I've said this to one of my other friends who had a similar experience. Like, anytime you do lose someone, even if it's like friend, like a partner, anything, you basically always win.
Yeah.
And the way, like, I mean that is like, it's always a learning experience. And I have a solo video that's gonna cover this topic extensively. But one of the quotes, again, I'm addicted to quotes, is that okay, it goes like this: the pursuit of a positive experience is often a negative experience, but the acceptance of a negative experience is always a positive experience.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because that's Mark Manson from The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Great book. But yeah, that's literally, bro, self-help books and quotes, that stuff helps me so much. But this experience for you, I feel like, because there is like a grief period. When you get to that acceptance point, it's like liberation.
Yeah.
And that'll eventually happen.
That person kind of told me that too. Like that quote kind of goes hand in hand to like, everything is a learning and kind of a growth kind of a thing. So even if it's a bad experience, you learn so much from it, right? Mm-hmm. And you can become such a happy person from it, even though you're so devastated at the time for losing this person. Yeah. And I get that. But losing this person felt like losing a part of me, because this person made me who I am today. Mm-hmm. And then hearing that I didn't do the same, or hearing it was a very mutual like ending kind of a relationship, companionship, whatever. Yeah. But I know that I didn't treat this person the best that I could have, when all this person did was give me advice, teach me how to grow, make me happy, and I just couldn't do the same. So, yeah, I learned a lot from this experience, but I also learned that I'm not a great person for what I did, you know? And now I'm just so fucked in the head because now I think I'm a terrible fucking person.
Well, you say all that, and then it's like, now you know where you went wrong. So next time you can fix those mistakes. So
that person said the exact same thing to me.
I mean, they probably said it in like a really like nice tone, because that's the person who like they're gonna say that, right? Yeah. But like, it's the fact that you need to actually genuinely believe it. Do you?
Yeah. It's just that right now I don't. Right now, in my opinion, I feel like I fucked up so badly that I just keep feeling like I'm not enough right now. It's a bad feeling. It's a really bad feeling to be going through.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine.
Yeah. And I want to feel like it wasn't my fault, anything wasn't my fault and stuff, but it won't go through my head right now. Also because like I just got, kind of diagnosed with depression and stuff, so that like this plus this, like I just want to shoot myself in the head, like it's so bad.
No, I mean, you're talking about it. That's the first step. Have you ever thought about actually going? Because I'm not a therapist or anything. Yeah. I like to think that I am, but no, I'm kidding. Have you ever thought of like going to one?
Here's the thing, okay? I think that everyone should experience therapy once in their life.
Really?
Yeah. If I've learned anything, you asked me before, like, how do you you asked me that question before, and I said that meds aren't going to work and stuff like that, and like you have to just try to find happiness and try to find something that excites you. Mm-hmm. But another thing that you need to do is just talk to somebody, and it can't be your parent or anything, because like I've been doing that the past few days. I've been talking to my mom, my sister, like about my feelings and stuff, and it feels good, but at the end of the day, they just know too much about me. And I want unbiased opinions.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Because your parents are gonna support you.
Yeah.
Or like good parents are gonna support you no matter what. So that, I agree with that.
And bad parents, I don't have bad parents, by the way, but bad parents, if you talk to them about it, they're just gonna be like, oh, depression isn't real.
Literally.
You're fine. Just go back to school. Just try harder in school. And then you'll get the grades and then you'll be happy. Like, you can't talk to somebody about this because they're just too opinionated. So yeah, I do think that therapy is the best way to get your feelings, to just like maintain your feelings and talk about your feelings, because I would never talk about my feelings before this.
Really?
Yeah, I was so closed off.
Like, you mean like this year or like just your whole life?
My whole life. I didn't like to talk about my feelings at all.
One thing that, but I feel like, sorry, having just a mouth. It's a really weird thing I'm about to say.
Okay.
Just having a mouth. Okay. And being able to like, isn't it so weird how like we can put whatever is up here into here and like and like say it and like tell it to people, because if you don't get it out of here, you're the only person who knows about it. And that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
You can die, you can take all your secrets to your grave if you don't use this or this, you know?
And that's what I used to do. Like, I kept everything to myself, but it just like, all of the feelings in my head just bottled up in there, and it felt like I was going to explode every single second of every single day. It was so bad. So talking about your feelings and actually getting it out there, like, yeah, maybe it's not, you feel like it's not going to do anything because you're just talking about it. But you're not actually doing it. You're not actually fixing the problem. But you are, though, because you're no longer thinking about it constantly in your head. But if you keep everything inside and you think about it constantly in your head, it's never going to go away, the feeling.
Yeah. It's a step. Yeah. Talking is a step.
Go to therapy. I haven't yet, but I will when I'm not broke anymore.
You know, yeah, because it costs a lot of money.
So much money.
Like, it's like $150 per hour, bro. Like, what the hell? Because I've
Yeah.
also looked into it before myself, like contacting actual therapists,
Yeah.
and it's like, that's their rate, that's crazy. You said something so good.
I say a lot of good things.
Yes, true. I can't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, it was something about the therapy. Oh, it was the fact that you keep it all in your head. Yeah. So, just like, for anyone who's watching and can relate to this right now, unbiased opinion, using this, use your mouth, speak, articulate words. It's crazy, man. One thing, this is what I wanted to say. How you said that some people think like when you just talk and it goes away and the words don't really mean anything. I hate to promote myself right now, but on like a podcast, right? Someone's listening to this conversation and they're kind of like relating. So, and you know, it's one thing to volunteer in a developing country and help build homes. It's another thing to do something like this and talk about things that people find like mental health like this is like really taboo, right?
Because like at least now it's helping me because I'm talking about my feelings to you, but it's also helping somebody else. Like, I know somebody's gonna watch this video and I know that they're gonna think, you know what, I thought that too, I never thought about it. But like, yeah, you're right, depression fucking sucks. Like, I should talk to somebody about it, you know? So at least I'm helping somebody in some way, and I know I'm helping somebody, and it already makes me feel better that I'm helping somebody.
Thank God. I love that. Thank you so much. That was a very nice little tangent we ran on.
Was that like your first question?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I talk so much.
I mean, no. I kind of asked the first question and then because it was like, what did you learn in the philosophy class?
Oh, and and it just like...
Yeah, it was like 5 more questions combined in there that I didn't intend for, but that's the beauty of this. So this question... So some of these questions, I know I'm hitting you at a bad time in your life.
It's okay.
You can look back at this and see the growth in a couple years.
Okay.
I was wondering, what's the best advice you've ever received?
Okay.
It can be like a quote you've read or something someone's told you or anything.
The best advice that I have ever listened to, I've heard so much great advice, and it all comes down to one person, the person that I lost, like Sarah, this person,
Sarah, yes,
this entity, Sarah. She just, when I was stressed with school and stuff, it was the first time where I felt like I had someone to talk to. So I talked to this person, and this person gave me the best advice in the world, and that was just stop comparing yourself to everybody all the time, because that's all I ever do. All I ever did my entire life was compare myself to my sister, because it's just a known fact that when you come from a first-generation immigrant family, your parents tend to want to put their dreams onto their daughters and their sons. Yeah. So they'll tend to be more strict. They're going to want so many things from you. They're going to want you to be a doctor, a lawyer, something successful, right? Mm-hmm. And when you have a sibling, it'll be worse, because then there's a lot of comparing. They'll be like, hey, your sister did this. She got 100% on this math test. Why couldn't you do the same? You guys are the same. Like, why are you not living up to your potential? You have so much potential. Look at your sister. Like, she's doing so good. Why can't you do just as good? And the good thing about my parents is that they realized that they were doing that, and they stopped.
Thank God.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, what makes me happy is not what makes somebody else happy. Mm-hmm. So, like, and also, all our minds are completely different, okay? Like, I could be having the same studying methods as my sister, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna have the same grades as her, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then my mom stopped, like, comparing me to my sister, but it was ingrained in my head.
Already, that behavior. Yeah.
So every single day for the past 20 years, since I've been alive, I've just been comparing myself to my sister every single day. And if it's not my sister, then it's somebody else, and it's somebody else, you know? Because I never felt like I was enough, because I was never as smart as somebody else I was comparing myself to.
Dude, you were spitting right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, don't compare yourself to anybody, because at the end of the day, this is your life. You are doing things that are making you happy. So if your parents are being rude to you, if your parents are saying, you have to do this major, you have to do this, you have to get these certain grades, why do I have to?
Yeah.
Like, what if I want to be an electrician? I don't even have to go to school for that. So I'm going to not go to school. You're not going to force me to go to school, you know?
But so many immigrant parents are not accepting of that. It's always exactly like you said, doctor, lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's why I was pursuing law. Because, like, I felt like I had to make my parents proud. You know?
So is there any... Because I know for me, if I could go back and go change my degree, I didn't have the grades for it, but I would do kines. Because that is a very broad thing you can stray into anything from. What would you have any program you would rather be in?
At this moment, I'm not very happy to be anywhere. So I don't know. But that's honestly, fine. Education would be great, just because it's easy. I heard that it's really easy.
You can still go into that.
Yeah, I could, but I don't want to do all the 4 years again. It's just...
No, like, it's a 2-year thing, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, like, after your degree. I'm not sure.
Oh, really?
I'm not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure... It is. I know someone who did it. They did Bachelor of Health Sciences, and then they did the education thing.
Like the Master's in Education?
Something in education that's 2 years. There's something like that that exists.
Because right now what I'm doing is basically, I was in Law and Society to become a lawyer, because that's what a lot of people do. Because Law and Society touches a lot on government and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's like social studies on crack, right?
Yeah.
But So I was going to do law and society and then do my LSAT and then transfer into law school. So that's what a lot of people do, right? But now I'm no longer doing that because I completely bombed my LSAT. So I'm doing law and society, minor in philosophy, and then I'm transferring over to Masters of Social Work.
Oh, Masters in Social Work. Damn.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I think that's kind of what you're talking about. Because Masters of Social Work, it's 2 years as well. If you're an undergrad in social work, it's just 1 year in master's. But I haven't learned anything, so they want me to start over, so it's an extra year.
Yeah, and like that, something like that is like, it's not the doctor lawyer title, but it's still something that you talked about this to us on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's something you actually like enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's the most cliche thing ever. Do what makes you happy. Do what you enjoy.
No, actually.
But it's so true.
Like, my mom tells me that all the time. Like,
Your mom is amazing, man.
She is. Like, maybe when I was growing up, she kind of adopted the ideas of, like, parents in China or whatever. Or just, like, parents in her generation, you know. They're all kind of strict. But she quickly learned that if you're not happy with what you do, then what's the point? Because you're just going to hate yourself every single day. You're not going to want to wake up in the morning and go to work. So do something that makes you happy, because at least then you're going to have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
You know?
Some actual purpose.
Yeah. Because who wants to wake up and go to a job 9 to 5 and just sit in an office and hate their life? Sure, you might like to sit in an office, but at least you're not hating your life.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly, yeah. That was amazing. Okay. See, this question, this is what I meant by hitting you at a bad time. Because you probably, if someone asked me this at my time, that I was really like sad and in a depressed state, then I would have answered terribly. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Dead. No. I'm kidding. Not dead. Hopefully. 10 years from now, I see myself working at a hospital in child social work region area, maybe clinical social work, if that floats my boat. I'll see what I'm interested in. And honestly, I really hope I am genuinely happy, because I'm not that right now. So all I just want is to be happy.
You will be. 10 years from now, we'll do the review. What would you want to say to your one sentence to your 30-year-old self?
To my I'm gonna be 30.
Yeah, we are going to be 30 in 10 years.
Okay, when I'm 30, I would want to hear myself say that I am proud of what I'm doing with my life.
Cool.
Again, not feeling that right now. But hopefully one day I will.
You will. This is like very lighthearted.
Okay.
What's your favorite hobby?
When I was a kid, my mom put me into like 6 sports. And
really?
Yeah, I did skating. I think she wanted me to be a figure skater. Couldn't do that. I have no grace. I did dance. So I did ballet and jazz. And then I also did golfing lessons. I did skiing. I did art.
Wow.
Piano. I did a lot of things, and I quit in all of them. Yeah, so I used to have a lot of hobbies. I quit in all of them, though.
You tried a lot, though.
I did try a lot. And then there was a period of time. And then there was a period of time when I stopped doing everything, right? And I had no hobbies. But in the past year, again, I grew a lot in the past year. In the past year, I started picking up hobbies again. So I recently started learning how to snowboard.
Damn.
It's so fun.
Is it better than skateboarding?
I've never skateboarded.
Oh, okay.
But I heard it's really, really similar. So if you're a skateboarder and you want to try snowboarding, I think you'll pick it up really,
it like
really
transfers
easily.
over the skills?
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Yeah, cool.
So that's one of my hobbies. But it's a wintertime hobby, so I can't do that every single day. I started golfing as well. Again, picking up golfing again. So fun. But that's ending soon because of the weather.
Do you go to Launchpad? and stuff like that?
I've been there once. So expensive.
Yeah, it's like so $36 for the 1 hour.
Yeah, I usually stick with driving ranges.
So is that like... Isn't that the same thing though? Isn't that what I'm talking about?
It is, yeah. Launchpad is a driving range. It's just games and stuff that's added to it.
Do you go to the one in you know that TNT in Country Hills?
Yeah.
The one in front of that. Do you go there?
No, I didn't like that one. I go to the one in Deerfoot area, close to the airport. Yeah. I can send it to you later if you want, but
yeah, sure.
But it's so much better than the one in the one next to TNT. So much better.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to pick up art again because art was the best hobby I ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Like painting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sketch and I paint.
Wow.
I also used to do like sculptures and stuff, but I don't like to get my hands dirty, so I stopped that.
Did you do any of these in junior high, like when I knew you back then?
I did art and piano.
Okay. Are you still good at piano? Like, can you play with both hands?
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy, dude.
I went all the way up to level 9.
What the heck? Okay.
Yeah.
Before I die, I really want to learn piano, so that's really cool.
I've been playing piano since I was 3.
Damn, dude.
But I haven't touched a piano in like 3 years.
Hey, go upstairs, go 1 floor up, down the hall, there's a piano waiting for you.
It gave me so much PTSD.
Really?
Yeah.
Like bad
A lot
memories?
of Asian parents, or not Asian, but Chinese parents, what they like to do is put their kid in either violin or piano.
I've heard that a lot from Asian
I
parents.
was put in piano, and I was forced to play it every single day for the like 10, 15 years. And it made me hate piano so much. I think that if they didn't force me to keep playing every single day, I would have still played to this day, and I would have loved it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with forcing, and a lot of parents, like, my parents also put me into, like, they put me into, like, swimming and, like, not kung fu.
Karate?
Taekwondo. Yeah,
Okay.
like, martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you force your kids to do stuff, it's not as natural, and they do tend to hate it. But their intentions are, like, pure in the sense that piano is, like, proven, piano players and music players in general are proven to, like, especially piano, to have, like, it does something with the brain that, like, makes you, I wouldn't like to say smarter, but just, like, better at, like, problem solving and stuff.
It's like you become a little bit more eloquent.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you end up being very graceful and stuff.
Yeah, because, you know, people are, like doing the crazy body movements.
Yeah.
That stuff is sick.
Yeah, I've been told that because I did art and piano, and those two things are known to be very graceful, kind of feminine kind of activities to do.
Yeah.
So I've been told by a lot of, like, people around me that I am a very graceful person. I don't see it, but apparently it's true. Like, like, not about me, but, like, it's true that piano and art does make you become very graceful. Like,
That's
you just
cool.
end up being very feminine. You do a lot of very feminine actions, and you just look more girly than normal, I guess. I don't know.
That's funny.
You're asking me all these questions. What about you? What would you say to yourself in 10 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Yo, I am really uncertain, and I also have a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but some really bad anxiety. So I'm terrible at planning. I'm terrible at knowing things. I'm really uncertain about a lot of things. I'm trying to change that now that I'm getting towards the end of my degree. I'm trying to be more proactive in those aspects. So where I would see myself is probably, I'm doing research right now and I really like it. So I probably would have a master's in something science related. I definitely like to be married at 30, by 30 for sure. If I'm not married at or beyond 30, I'm a loser. No kids at 30 though, because that's just way too young for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, just have a wife and be alive with my parents and my sister, and yeah.
What job do you want to be in?
Oh, see, I have no idea.
You have no idea?
Yeah, I kind of like industry work and like work in hospitals, because that's what I'm doing right now. But I would never, at least right now, as I'm talking right now, I would never want to be like a doctor just because of the lifestyle, and the road to get there is so just so much hard work that I feel like I would have to just be so deep into this idea of becoming a doctor that I would need to like that's what it would take. Just like wanting it every day. That's not the case.
Yeah.
You know?
Like here's what I think. Careers, like the two main careers, lawyer and doctor, again, the two main careers that first immigration parents would want you to be, right?
Yeah.
If you genuinely don't like it, don't try to pursue it.
Exactly.
If you are not in love with medicine, if you're not in love with the way law works, don't do it. Because I studied 2 years. Okay. This is why I hate my life so much, okay? So, throughout all of my entire university life, I did this. I studied every single day. I did my readings. I did my assignments. On top of that, I would be studying for LSAT on my weekends and on all of my spare time.
Damn.
So I dropped all of my friends. I stopped talking to people, and all I did was study, study, study. For 2 years straight, I did that. In the springtime, I took spring courses. In the summertime, I studied for the LSAT. And I did that for 2 years, only to do the LSAT, fail it, and not do it again. But if you are so passionate in being a lawyer and you are studying for 2 years straight and you're doing this and you still think it's worth it and you're still happy in the end, then by all means, go for it.
Yeah. But it's not for you.
But if you even doubt it for a second, don't try to pursue something that you don't want to do, especially law and especially medicine, because that takes so many years out of your life.
Yeah.
And it ruins you. Like, it ruined the way I thought. So don't do it if you're not genuinely wanting to do it.
Well, the good thing about you for that was you finally discovered it's not what you want to do. So you can finally, in the future, God. You don't have to waste any more time in that direction and take yourself in your own way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I was in law school, almost about to take the bar, and then I say, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, you're too late.
Do you know how much student debt I just racked up?
Yeah.
Like, I'm losing so much money from that. And I already lost so much money for doing law in society. This shit's so boring, by the way. Nobody ever do law in society. No, it's the worst major ever.
And you've been doing like spring courses and like summer courses and stuff, so that's even more money than like just getting up to 20 courses by the start of your third year.
Yeah, no, I'm so fucked. I'm so fucked because I spent like $600 on LSAT books too.
Oh crap. Okay.
I spent $300 on the test.
That's damn near 1,000.
Yeah, like I'm so poor. No. I'm so poor. Nobody's gonna want me. I'm too poor.
You know, a lot of what life is to me, I learned this last year especially, is like the stories you tell yourself about what happens to you and like other people. So like, this happened to me literally like on Tuesday. I saw my old lab partner from last year and I saw him make eye contact with me. I raised up my hand, I said hi, and he just looked away, right? So in that scenario, I could go and say like, oh, he just purposely ignored me, or give him the benefit of the doubt and be like, okay, maybe he just really didn't recognize me, or maybe he was just looking behind me. So like, that was, the first one was like the negative thing, and the second one was like the more good way. I just feel like that was something that I really learned last year. It was like my mentalities last year were so bad, and I did so bad in school because I was not prepared and I didn't understand these things. So that's like one big thing that I would like to tell you, just like, because there is, again, I'll say it again, the whole like recovery period is like being depressed and like thinking negatively. But if I could just tell you one thing, it would be that. Just the stories you tell.
I can't get it through my head right now, just because I'm just so sad all the time. But I know that, like, this is just a period of time. And I know that I need to treat people as if I'm not sad, because, like, the way you said it, like, your lab partner kind of ignoring you and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie, I would totally do that, you know? because
Do what?
just ignore people that I see, that I know, and I know that I shouldn't.
You didn't ignore me and Luca on Tuesday.
Yeah, but that's because like you guys are my junior high buddies. You know?
So you'd ignore someone you met last year at the university?
Yeah, because it's also, here's what I'm gonna say to you, okay? Yeah, you thought, hey, maybe he hates me, and you also thought maybe he didn't see me, maybe he blah blah blah, maybe he blah blah blah, but maybe he's also going through something right now.
Yeah. See, yeah, that's a good addition. Thanks.
And maybe he just didn't want to talk to somebody because he just wants to be alone.
Yeah. See, these experiences, like what you're going through, it gives you, and this is what people who haven't gone through a depressed period, this is why they won't succeed, because they like they don't have like the empathy, and that's like a huge. I feel like a lot of girls understand this because it comes to them naturally. A lot of guys that I've met don't understand empathy to like the extent that like they can think about a situation how we just described.
Yeah.
And that makes me mad.
Like, you just always have to think that, yeah, you are living your life, but to somebody else, like, something terrible just happened to them. So yeah, maybe they treated you like shit, but don't think that they hate you, and don't think that, like, maybe they're just shy, or maybe they're ignoring me on purpose, or blah, blah, blah. Like, people are always going through something in their head. No offense, but you're not the main character in somebody's life, you know?
Yeah.
You're not.
Main character.
So, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's literally the answer to so many things in life, man.
That's my advice. You're not the main character in somebody's life, okay?
Oh my god. But, any closing final words?
Not really.
Not really?
I feel like I said everything.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for being here and being so open, like extremely open. That's so good. I'm so happy. But yeah, that was episode 43. I hope you enjoyed. I'll leave Rachel's little Instagram thing in the description in case you've become a fan of her. But yeah, that was very fun. Thank you for coming, and yeah, drop a like on the video, and yeah, take care. See ya.